Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. There we go. All right. So let's start over here on switch screens to my scanners. All right, so here is what we're looking at today. These are the top volume movers on today. I see XLRX, I see PHIO, ATPC, NVIDIA, LAES, RG or RGTI. Now, some of these have moved up, some of these have moved down. LAES and these down here are in the negatives, and then we have some positives up here. So before we get started, today is the 13th. Let's go ahead and look and check over here at the FOMC. 13th, nothing crazy looking like it's happening today. No kind of speeches or anything like that. All right, so let's jump over to the first one, SLRS. So this is Solaris, and I said SLRX. Solaris Pharmaceuticals Inc. common stock press releases. So this press release is a merger agreement. I don't like mergers, so that's going on a no trade automatically. Let's see, what is this? SLRX. All right, next one is PHIO. PHIO. PO Pharmaceuticals announces promising results of second cohort from its ongoing clinical study of PH762. Okay, so this is an ongoing clinical study. Pathologic complete response reported for two patients with cutaneous squamous cell carcinoma. It's a type of cancer. Let's see. Company develops therapeutics that use its InstaSeal siRNA gene silencing technology designed to make the body's immune system more effective in killing cancer cells. PO or FIO today announced pathologic responses for two patients in the second cohort, which includes two patients with a complete response, 100% tumor clearance. FIO's ongoing phase 1 clinical trial. So this is very early like testing that they're getting, and we don't know what depth they're going into because it says 100% tumor clearance, but like where are they checking? You know what? It's a lot of questions to be asked about. Okay, about this 100%. So not really clear, but it's a low float. We'll put it on watch just to see what it does during the day. PHIO. Not trusting it totally, but you know, we'll see. Okay, here's a statement from the CEO. These positive results in the early stages of dose escalation offer promise for our vision, striving for a cancer-free future. Okay, so yeah, they're still in the works there. They're still in the works on that one. Let's go to the next one, which is ATPC. ATPC. Agape ATP press releases. Last news was on November 29th, so this is a no news one. I will keep it on watch. Sometimes the no news ones can get kind of crazy, so I'm just going to keep that one on watch just in case. But SLRX is a no trader. Then we got PO and ATPC. So let's go look up these floats for PO and ATPC. So we'll start with PO. PO, I don't know, whatever it is. Let's go look at the profile first, and then we'll look at the statistics. Profile, so yeah, this one was incorporated in 2011. It is based in Massachusetts, so it's an American-based company. Let's go to statistics. The float is under 1 million. Let me document that. And the keywords, keywords was tumor, clinical trial, and let's look at this float. So float under 1 million, we'll take this one, copy, paste that. And insiders and institutions holding, not really heavy on either side of with insiders or institutions, based on Yahoo. Now this is based on Yahoo, so we may check somewhere else and it's like, oh my goodness, super high institutions or super high whatever. Okay, get this down. Okay, short float 6% as of 10/31, so that's kind of old, a little bit older, so really can't really use that one. Let's go over here to Market Watch and FinViz to see what they're saying about it. Float over here is 1.68 million. I'll take that. Okay. Keywords. There we go. All right. And then what about those insiders and all that good stuff? Short float or percent short floated says 3.97. So a little bit of deviation from Yahoo. Profile, financials. Actually, no, I'm looking for the insider holding. That's what I'm looking for. Are you going to show me that? It's not going to be easy to find over there. Let's go to FinViz. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Lori Lee. Okay, short float over here, 1 million. And then insiders, yeah, still not too heavy on either side for the insiders or the other ones. All right, so now let's look into ATPC. And we see that they didn't have any news, any current news. So hey, you know, sometimes it's buy the rumor, sell the dip, or sell the rip. I said sell the dip. Buy the rumor, sell the rip. So let's go. We already looked at that news. ATPC, GAPE ATP, profile. So GAPE ATP Corporation, an investment holding company. Oh, I thought this had to do with like, okay, it does have something to do with bodies and, you know, the body itself. Okay, I was about to say with a name like that. But it's a holding company, supplies health and wellness products and health solution advisory services in Malaysia. Okay, so keywords. Let's go ahead and get these keywords kicked up. Keywords. And I'll switch over this one so y'all can see what I'm typing up in a minute. Let's see. So Malaysian company. Okay. So it offers all of these things, blah blah blah. It was incorporated in 2016 and it is headquartered in Kuala Lumpur. Whoa, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I probably destroyed that. Okay. 2016 incorporation. Let's go to statistics. So the float here is 2.46 million. 2.46 million. Insiders heavy on this one, and this one is the one with the no news. So we'll see how this one plays. 25% on the insider side. Okay, it's pretty strong. Pretty strong. And let's go check over at Market Watch about this float. We got HTPC. $2.09. Float is looking like about 3 million over here. Someone put that one over there too. So 3 million. All right, let's check FinViz. HTPC. All right, float is about 3 million over here, and insiders are about what I had from Yahoo. All right, so let's flip over here and look at the notes that I took. So here's what we got. We got wait a minute. Let's do that. HTPC. There. So this is the ticker. Now underline this. I want to underline this style. Underline. So that's the ticker. This is the ticker. All right, so we got PHIO, keywords, clinical trial, tumor, 2011 was when it came out. Let me just check that 2011. I can't. Did I type that right? PHIO. Take that into consideration. 2011. Yeah. All right. Float was between, it's somewhere around like under 1 million all the way up to maybe like 1.6. I could just put 2 million here, but it's a low float. Insiders and institutions kind of meh, you know, not really strong on either side. ATPC though has no day one catalyst, and I should put that on there. No day one. Oops, it's underlining. No day one. Cats. Keywords Malaysia, and I should put health and wellness on here. Health and wellness. Incorporated in 2016, has a float of, well, I don't know why it always puts that 8 out there. It's so weird. All right. 2.46 up to about 3 million. So we got everything, and we're also kind of heavy on the insiders and kind of light on the institutions. So we'll see if it can get a little crazy. And then XLRX, I'm just not trading that one. Let's see if anything else pops up here. Anything I haven't seen. Nope, same things. So we got top volume movers, SLRX, no trade, PO, ATPC, NVIDIA, RGTI, LAES. All right, so now let's jump over to the charts finally. So we've gone through a little bit of looking, and jump over here. This is XLRX, which we're not touching. PO came from 171, hit a high up here of 430 for PO. And then let's jump to ATPC. Kind of going sideways in here, got a nice little sideways consolidation. Came down here to 196, went up to 240s, and just kind of doing that whole little sideways channel type move. We will see once this thing opens. PO starting to show a little green, and PO is on the watch, so we'll probably watch this one out of open. It has the most potential out of open, just looking at it right now. But ATPC has no catalyst though, so people are gonna have to come in and try to buy this one. PO currently has more volume than ATPC with 38 million, heading towards 39 million, and ATPC only has 37 million. So we'll see on the open these recalculations. What is the relative volume? Because all of these relative volumes are from yesterday. I haven't figured out, or not really haven't figured out. I can't get it to calculate regular relative volume during pre-market. It's just one of those, it's a free type thing, and I tried to code for it, but yeah, I can't grab that metric during pre-market. But on the open, this relative volume will and this current relative volume. So basically, it's two of them. One is doing the relative volume based on the previous candle. So whatever candle that it's on, it's not that one, it's the one behind it, right? And then the current volume is calculating in the current candle that's moving during the intraday. The other thing is the ATRs. These on Friday closed up with ATRs of 16, 28, and 13. And these are cents. So 16 cents, 28 cents, 13 cents, right? And so we want a ATR that indicates it can have a rate of change that we can make money on. So the lower the ATR, let's say this ATR was 5 cents during intraday. So when it's being calculated, it's only 5 cents. You can't really expect to get $1 from something that has ATR of 5 cents. It's going to chop you out. So I'm looking for something with a little bit more range. Usually around that 20-cent ATR is what I'm looking for. Sometimes because from 20 cents it can just grow, it can just bound up. But if I'm looking at it and I see an ATR of like 2 cents or something, I'm not touching it. I'm cool. Nvidia, like look at Nvidia's ATR, $5.92. So you think, okay, this thing has $5.92 in the ATR. How easy would it be to get 10 cents? Right? That's kind of how I look at it. How easy is it to get that goal amount that I want? If it's a 5-cent ATR, well, if it's 5 cents and I'm looking to get 30 cents, I'm out of my league. But yeah, we're just looking around. These are the top ones. Let's jump back over here to the charts. Where were we looking at? SLPO. PO threw a little wick up there, but came on back down, and then ATPC throwing some greens up here. And on the open, we'll get our ATR high out there calculated. But yep. So that's it, man. You just do your little analysis in the morning, see what's up. And some people trade pre-market and do all that, but a lot of TOS's scripting and calculations doesn't actually start until intraday. So I kind of purposely formulated everything for intraday. So once it opens, bam, everything starts to hit. Bam, 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 bam. But yeah. So the leading one on the day is one that I'm not touching. It's a merger agreement. So we'll have to see that one probably sell out. Actually, you know what? The crazy thing is it's a merger agreement. And you could tell that people know that something's up here because look at the volume. This one has almost 40 million on PO, almost 37 million on ATPC, and then SLRX is barely making 20 million. Even though it has a low float, people just don't like that news. Mergers are like, It's like, it's not saying it can't go. It's just, mergers have left a lot of bad taste in people's mouths, and they're like, nah, nah. But we got about 10 minutes to the bell, sitting here nice and steady, Now, one of the things that I do like to observe on some of these is, okay, where are the struggle points? So we saw PO come up into this range here, 396, and make a wick all the way up here to 430. So there was some type of struggle in here, some type of struggle. Same thing with the bottom side. We saw it go down here 336 and we've seen it kind of try to stay above this point of control. The point of control right now is 362, this little red looking line right here. And so we'll see which way it wants to go, and we'll see once that ATR high calculates. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of these until the ATR high calculates, and that'll be that wall. But yeah, it's been just struggling above this 350-ish zone. Let's go to ATPC. Struggle point was up here 278 and got pushed all the way back in here to 250. So about a 25-cent struggle point. Came down here to what, 196, and it's trying to, it's held this up once between here, like right above $2, 196 up to 212, just trying to stay above that level. But it's up 72%, so it's not ugly. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, good morning. We're in here. So let me jump back over here to the notes that I took. So these are the notes. Basically, the two that I see right now are PO, PHIO, and ATPC. ATPC has no day one should put day one catalyst, which means no catalyst today. It's just moving. It is a Malaysian stock. It is focused on health and wellness. It has a float between 2.46 and 3 million. It does have some heavier insiders in here. PHIO is a clinical trial. They're working on tumors. They're working on gene cancellation. They were incorporated in 2011 with a float. Let me get rid of that. Float, but right around either under a million or 1.68 million, somewhere up in there. I checked multiple sources and that's what I got. And then SLRX is a merger agreement that I'm not touching. I'm just going to leave that one to its own devices. So no trade on that one, but these two, we'll see what happens, or maybe something else pops up. It is Monday morning, you know, news always pops, you know, we'll see. But right now, looking, and we are getting some Monday morning action, seeing these wicks out here. So seeing wicks already. But wicks don't mean that it's over with. We got about 7 minutes to the bell now. If I'm just trying to think, because I'm thinking PO is going to be the first one to try to make a move, just because it has the most eyes on it right now. And then if that one fails, ATPC will maybe try to make a move, but we'll see. Plus, PO is a little bit higher price, which means that it could probably offer a greater rate of change, you know, a greater amount of distance covered for a lower risk, right? You wouldn't expect something that's $2 to be given a greater rate of change than something that's almost $4. But we'll see. We shall see. And if we look at where this one came from, ATPC came from 150, went up to not even $3 and came back down. PHIO came from 172, went all the way up to about 430 and came back and is holding in this range here. So let's see which one of these two wants to hold up. Which one of these two wants to be a party animal? PHIO looking pretty good. Got less than 5 minutes to the open and getting some popping here going into the open on PHIO. Up 139% now. Popping back into this previous level of resistance. Right up there towards those fours and popping down a little bit. A lot of shares traded on it. It's got the top volume on today. 41 million shares traded. Now there may be some penny stocks with more, but I mean the top volume that can give the range that we are looking for, that can actually pay some money, pay some distance out. Four 4 minutes left. And if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. I'm looking around. I don't really know what I'm gonna, if I'm gonna touch anything there or what I'm gonna touch. So, I just wanted to get my eyes in the right place to begin with. Something new pops up, then okay, we'll research that and handle that when it happens. But you have to just trade what's in front of you right now. And right now, the only two that I see is PHIO and ATPC. 3 minutes left. Right back in their struggle point, coming into the open. So PHIO is looking the stronger, as the stronger one out of the two, right now coming into the open. 2 minutes left, less than 2 minutes. But like I said, this is Monday morning, so the way things look may not be the way that they actually do. So that's why you have to have your risk managed. And if you're gonna trade it, just be quick. It's Monday morning. It's the beginning. You don't want to start with a super deficit. All right, I'm about to get this open. Let's see what it wants to do. We're going to see what the ATR pops out, and then we'll jump over here and see where this relative volume is for both of them and see who's actually getting the attention on the day, who's super abnormal. Now, I think both of these are abnormal, but who's more abnormal? 20 seconds left. 8 seconds is still in this struggle range here. And there's the open. ATR high up here out at 448. Let's see what happens at that 448. Getting up there, tapping the ATR there. Now we should see some type of resistance at that ATR. Bam, a little clap back. Can it just hold it strong, or is it going to clap back down here? 450. Okay, so holding above that ATR high right now. Let's look at ATPC real quick. ATPC ATR up here at 238 and not really doing much in comparison to PHIO. PHIO, it did find a little bit of a hit marker up there at that ATR high. Let's see if it actually ends up becoming a wall, or does it want to hold above the 450s. Bottom of this candle is back down at the 411s. It's just kind of trying to punch through that wall there. Keeps getting punched in the mouth. Point of control just moved up. Ooh, okay. So ATR, that wall they hit, kind of coming on down. Got punched in the mouth a little bit. We'll see what happens on that one. ATPC is the next one moving up towards ATR high. ATR high of 239, but could not quite break it. Didn't get the break. So that is a failure in my book. So both of these kind of pulling back off those ATRs. We'll see what happens. And then the other one that is no trade for me is up here testing ATR as well. This is a merger, and I don't do mergers, so it can do whatever it wants. I'm not touching it. If you're gonna trade it, good luck to you. As far as relative volume, I forgot we said we are gonna look at the relative volume. It's popping, but let's look at these relative volumes. SLRX relative volume is 69 times or 70 times the norm right now. PHIO is 124 times the norm. ATPC is 100 or 207 times the norm. So we look at these, we're like, okay, well, these have high relative volume, so check mark, that's great. Now, where's the actual volume leading? PHIO is still leading in volume on today. Still leading in volume, and it isn't even performing out. It's not even outperforming oh wow, look at that fall on XLRX. Got up there, got snatched down back under the ATR high. Who would have thunk it? ATPC still holding up a little bit. Did not quite get back into this struggle point down here that we had marked up. 212s, just kind of floating right there. May need to take its time. I don't know what it's trying to do. But I look for a break of ATR high and a hold above it. I'm not looking to trade in here or down here. I wanted to break and I trade up above ATR high. And so far we have not seen that. SLRX going red. Of course, we knew that was going to happen. Let's see. And then PO just playing around ATR high here. So far, I haven't seen anything I want to take part in. Nothing acting like I wanted to, so, you know, just chilling. Jay chilling. ATPC, let's see. Kind of taking its time, but it is making its way towards that high. But, you know, the high right now is at 240 and it's just not getting up there. It's only 10 cents away. But the ATR on this one is 20 cents. So it has already moved from the 210-ish up here to 239s. Let's see if we can start to break out and start to grow that ATR. And will it be looking better than PHIO? Both of them over the ATRs now. Now remember, I usually wait the first 15 minutes before I do anything. But PO is actually above the ATR. ATPC still has work to do. I'm not taking that one. It needs to break and actually hold. So PHIO is that number one looker on the day for me right now. Now there's a couple ways that you can end up entering these if you're using the ATR highs. Sometimes, you know, it's just gonna go up. It never gives you a pullback, but sometimes it gives you a pullback, retest the ATR, and then just pops right back up. And then sometimes it'll trade sideways and kind of touch the ATR a couple of times. And I really don't like when it takes its time and touches it a couple of times, then goes, because that can get you chopped up. I'd rather it just either pull back quickly and shoot up or just keep going up, you know, because if it takes its time, it gets hard to kind of estimate when it actually wants to go. But yeah, PO is the setup that I like so far. See, ATPC, nope. SLRX, nope. That's the merger that I did not want to touch. PHIO ATR right now is 50 cents. Touching that $5 there. So it's moved from 450 up to $5. Pulling back now. This is the first 15-minute candle. Pulling back, pulling back. Will it crash out? Will it crash this 450 level? It's above it. And I would be using this as support when I start. If I start trading this, I'd be using, if it breaks 450, I'm out. Would be my mindset. Breaking a little higher. So it's finding a little bit of a slowdown point coming into 525. So 525, 521, it just hit. So the top of this is 524. Finding a little bit of pause break right there at that 524. So can it trade in this range between 450s and that 525 level? And I don't really need this because I got my ATR there already. The ATR will recalculate during the day. Basically, it's taking the last 14 bars of the ATR, or last 14 bars of whatever time frame you're on. And this is how it is in TOS. I don't know what platform you may be using, but in TOS, it takes these last 14 bars and calculates the average true range of those bars. And it places the highs up here, ATR high. Now I do have ATR low, but I just took it off because I don't use it. I'm only trading above the highs, and it's just a little bit of noise down there, a little bit of noise. So I got rid of it. But yeah, we hit the almost 525s up there. We have about a little bit of time left on this one. But this one is the one that I'll be watching if I'm going to be doing anything. Let's look at ATPC. ATPC failed the ATR high and going down. So yeah, it's in this struggle point. So that's a no-go for me on the day for ATPC. It will need to come back up here and actually start to break the highs to do anything. Remember, ATPC did not have a catalyst on today. So what reason will it have to pop all the way back up here to 241 would be my question. If it does, hey, may give it some plays, but yeah, not very likely. All right, but PHIO coming back under that $5. Point of control still here at the 402s. Donnell PHO 120 at 437. Nice. Oh yeah. You got a good entry. Very nice. And an exit at 475. Absolutely beautiful. So you basically traded almost like a break, almost to a little bit above the ATR highs, which is a strategy you could use, All right, so let's see if it gets back under the 475s here. It's no rush on this. Remember, this one, the news was clinical trials, phase 1B with the tumor keyword. And this is Monday morning trading, so you got to really be kind of safe. Coming back down to this ATR high, will it hold though? So made a high all the way up there at 524. If it fails the ATRs here, I'm just going to have to be like, oh, well, I'll let it go ahead and pull back. 455 is the high right now. So, not 455, $4.55. ATPC looking like it wants to crash out $2. So the things that I was looking at, I'm not seeing any more new things pop up here so far. Nope. No more new things popping up here. PHIO failing that ATR high slightly. Plus, it has a big top and tail wick. So this big top and tail wick pushed it from 525 all the way back down here to the ATR highs. So is this something that I would take? Nah, not with that much pressure on the top side. Anyway, if it continues to push up, you know, it's gonna need to hold for a bit, and I may get some type of small play off of it. But as far as right now, with this being a 15-minute, giving us this storyline, I think it can actually pull back. Now, if it can hold, maybe I don't know, maybe $4, maybe it doesn't go that far. Maybe it just kind of trades sideways here for a bit. But definitely, what's the probability of it going all the way back up to 525 right now? That probability is kind of low. It's probably going to have to take its time and think about some things first, and then try to reevaluate getting back up there if it can. But right now it's under the 475s. It is holding that ATR high there of the 455. I thought it was going to snap down a little bit more, but it didn't. So just came down to that level and kind of just holding it, but not getting away from it to the top side aggressively. $450 is coming back into play again. So this is another time that the shorts tried to push it down. Couldn't quite get it to go down. Oh, this candle's going to be closing in a little bit. Retesting the 475s again with 2 minutes left on this candle. Let's see if it can hold the 450s, maybe, but under 450 is not looking great. 1 minute left to the close of this candle. $0.10 away from 450. Can it start breaking down that 460 level? 459s, we saw it quickly. Can we get the 458s? 458, 456. Bam, bam, bam. Yep. Oh, yeah. All right, so did not hold up that ATR high there, and that will be a lot of weakness. So now, if I was still going to trade this, it would need to break back above. So on another candle, it would need to break back above this 455 level and start playing up. But for now, it's a no trade for me. I'm Gucci. I'm okay. Did not hold up ATR high. Even if it goes back up here right now, it would need to prove itself by doing a pullback above ATR high, and I don't think it can. All right, SLRX. This was the merger agreement that I'm not touching. It's the one that's slamming around, super risky. So it slammed all the way down here to 383, came back above ATR high, but I'm Gucci. I'm okay. And then ATPC paddling on down. All right, anyway. So I'm not going to sit around and watch this stuff if it's not going to be doing anything. There is something that is a low float that has the range that we have. So Kappa, K-A-P-A. Let's look at this one real quick. It's up 108%. K-A-P-A. Kairos Pharma. 6 days ago to present at Lynn Tham Partners Investment or Investor Healthcare Summit. Okay, so kind of older news, blah, blah, blah. Let's look at the floats and all of that good stuff. KAPA. So this is a little bit cheaper one, trading around $2. It has a keyword of cancer, lung cancer, breast cancer. Okay, so it may be a little player today. So KAPA, I'll add that one to the notes. That's going to take the number up one spot with those keywords. So keywords are looking like cancer, period. Like it's got a bunch of them. So I'm just going to put multiple cancers, multi-cancer. And then the float. So it was incorporated in 2013. And where is my arrows? Where is my statistics? Oops. Float is looking like 3.34 million on this one. And we'll check other sources too. So insiders, look at this insider holding, 68% held by insider. That's big insider holding right there. We likes to see that. We definitely likes to see that. Okay, so let's check. Let's go to Market Watch and check this over here. For Kappa, KAPA. I did not see where this thing is based in. I'm gonna go back and see where it's based. Float over here says 6.14 million. So add that 6.14 mil. Let me see where this thing is based out of. Based out of Los Angeles, California. California. Okay. Let me check over here or over here. Make sure that insider percentage is correct. So shares outstanding, shares float. Yeah, we got that. Insider, yeah, insider owning kind of heavy. Okay, so now we got another one added to the list here, the notes that I took on it. So we got multi-cancers for Kappa. This is the ticker here, underline. And Kappa is making this move. I like it. It's the one that I'll be actually aiming for today if I'm gonna be taking a trade. Let's go and pop back over and look at ATPC. I'll take it off if it's not looking too good. Actually, no, it's not even on the scans anymore. We do have VRME popping up. That was a mover from last week. I traded that one. Don't want to give back any profits. It does not have the relative volume that we like to look for. Only 2 times the relative volume. When you look up here, SLRX has 100 times. PHIO is 200 times. Kappa is 51 times its normal. So in comparison, VRME is just trash. It's up 40%, but nobody's actually looking over here. And if you look at the volumes, it's only got 11 million in comparison to some of these other numbers. So let's keep our eyes focused on the prize. And let me just make sure though that VRME does not have catalyst on today. It could just be a undercover mover. VRME. Verify me. Nope, no catalyst. All right, so yeah, VRME trash. PHIO back over the ATR high, and like I said, it's going to have to prove itself by giving at least one pullback above that ATR. SLRX dove back down. Like I said, those mergers, we don't like those. And then Kappa. So right now we have Kappa and PHIO that are the main pushers on today. ATPC is pretty much dead in the water. So I'm going to end up I keep the notes up there. I'm not gonna delete it just yet. I'll just keep moving it down. So I will okay. Bang bang and underline. Okay. So yeah, we're sitting here with the where'd they go? No, not this one. PHIO and Kappa. Kappa giving a little bit of a pullback, has room back here to the 150s, but I like this separation from the ATR highs. I like it. So we'll see what that one does. I'll be watching that one for a continued pullback. PHIO back up here to this level that it struggled at before at the 524s. It has room down to the 462 now. It has a little bit of recalculation, and I want to see a pullback before I do anything. I need to get to yeah, I did not know it was this late. Yeah, I need to get on off of here. But you know what I'm looking at? If you're in the Discord, we continue conversations on these in the Discord. So join the Discord. The link is in the chat. And I will let you guys know if I trade anything or if I do anything with these. But PHIO and Kappa are looking like the ones that I'm going to be focused on today. Anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I got to get on down. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.